Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about semen retention, woman attraction, sexual tension. Sexual tension when you decide to go on semen retention. And what you can do to utilize this sexual tension to its potency to literally be the most attractive and best best version so you can attract the things that you dearly want to attract. See, the thing is, like, when you go on semen retention, you're gonna have a lot of sex built up sexual energy, and if you're smart enough to realize that this is a good thing, then you're pretty much in the top 5% when it comes to being somebody in this reality. Because the common thing is, if you've been on no fat, if you've been on semen retention for a while, they want to relapse. They want to let it go because they don't feel that tension that they feel inside. And if you're lucky enough to even have these feelings, then you're in a breed of your own, because at some point in people's lives, at some point in other people's life, like, they wish that they had that feeling that they used to have, that sexual tension that they used to have. Um, and the thing is, like, if you go on, like I said, if you go on semen retention, you're gonna have sexual tension, and if you have sexual tension, you literally can become the most powerful, potent version of yourself. Because the thing is, like, sexual tension is tension that you can use to your advantage. But how do you really use this to your advantage? Because the thing is, like, once you get this sexual tension, you transmute the sexual tension into all other areas of your life, physically, mentally, spiritually, um emotionally, and you use it to your advantage. Now, some ways that you can use this quote unquote sexual tension to your advantage, maybe when it comes to, for an example, let's do when it comes to your work. um let's, for example, say, like, you work in sales, or you have like some sort of customer service job, or like maybe even a serving job, and you're on semen retention and you have sexual tension. The thing is, like, if you can use it to close more deals and literally become the most effective and powerful version of yourself, because you you're more ballsy. You start taking more risks. You have a better grasp of people's emotional state, and you can use this to your advantage. See, the thing is, when you relapse consistently, you lose this sense. You lose this urge to want to find out more about people. You're playing it in your comfort zone, and like I said, if you're in your comfort zone 24/7, you can never really grow as a person. So you use your sexual tension in to your advantage. Like, maybe you're on a sales call and you're trying to sell a product to a person, and you're trying to maybe book a meeting to do a product launch. And the thing is, like, you ask questions, you find out where they stand, and then the thing is, the bottom line is just, you're just gonna start taking more risks. You're gonna start taking a lot more risk, and then the more risk you take, the more likelihood the thing that you want to actually manifest. Because, like I said, if you relapse consistently, you're not gonna be as risky. You're gonna when she says no, when they say no, you're gonna be like, oh, I guess I have to move on to the next one. No, when it comes to closing deals or anything like that, no just means needs to know more information. The person you're talking to just doesn't realize that you doesn't have the realization that you have enough value to give them. So you give them more value. You ask them more questions. You find out what they really need from you, and then once you figure that out, you can finally close them eventually. But they just need to know more information. They just need to give you just need to give them more reason why you would be the best option. And this also works when it comes to female attraction. Now, once you conserve your sexual energy, it's easier to attract women. It's easier to attract anything you really want, because now the thing is, once you do this, since you have this sexual tension, the conversation just might be a little bit different. You can be saying the same thing the next person is saying, but since you're saying it, you say it with a little bit more sexual tension. And she probably feels this because she's emotionally hardwired to feel this where the sexual tension is. And now you have a better shot of getting at her just because of that sexual tension that you built over time. But like I said, if you relapse consistently, you keep relapsing consistently, then and you don't have any sexual tension, she's gonna look at you more as a friend instead of someone she can really be with. You're not gonna be as dynamic as you used to be. You're not gonna be as creative as you used to be. You're gonna play mundane. You're gonna make it a linear, a logical game instead of a illogical game. And you're not giving her enough reason to want to be with you. So like I said, you have to use your sexual tension to your advantage. You have to use it to your advantage. And the more you do this, the more dynamic your life gets. The longer you retain, the better your life gets. So retain for a very long time and transmute your sexual energy into into abundance in all areas of your life, and you will thank yourself just a little bit later. You will start thanking yourself just a little bit later because of the sexual tension that you finally built up. You finally built up enough sexual tension to be, like I said, the most potent, effective version of yourself. And this holds a lot of weight. This holds a lot of weight. People will start remembering you instead of you just being another person. You want to get to the point where you leave a mark mentally and emotionally in her mind, where she has no choice but to remember you because of how you made her feel. People only care about how you make them feel. So have a good impression. Be physically aesthetic and leave a good impression. Leave a good impression because now you hold more weight in people's minds, whether it comes to sales, attractions, and everything in between. But like I said, if you're consistently relapsing, you're being bland. You're being like the next person. You're not being the catch. You're being literally the opposite of what you really have to be. And if you really want people to remember you, you would not be doing this. You would try to leave the best impression as humanly possible, so people can remember you. So yes, having sexual tension is actually a very good thing. A lot of people think that, oh, just because they feel sexual tension, they have to do everything to try to get rid of it. But the smart ones, the people who are smart, the people who may want just a little bit more, they start realizing that, you know what, actually, sexual tension is a very good thing, and they can use it to their advantage if they do it properly. But not everybody is hardwired for this type of life, because not everybody wants to reap the full benefits. Everyone's playing scared. Everyone's playing in their comfort zone. Everybody wants to do things the conventional way that may not be as effective as new ways of doing things, if any of that makes sense. So yes, you will have sexual tension, and sexual tension, like I said, is one of the best things as a man that can happen to you, because now people just want to be with you just because you have something to offer. Like I said, if you're consistently relapsing, you have nothing to offer, at least for the time being. You might have material possessions to offer, but you never really have core attraction. It's all about core attraction. It's all about how you make her feel when you're on a one-on-one setting with her. This is your shining spot. This is the spot where you really want most men need to be in, but they think they can make attraction based over text messages. They think that attraction doesn't happen from eye to eye and face to face. They think it happens when you're texting her over the phone. They try to entertain her over the phone, over text messages, and that's really just not. You're not really gonna get anywhere with that. The only time you should really be texting her is to like set up a date. Other than that, I mean, there's really no point. It's just free validation at that point. So hold your sexual tension and then use it to your advantage. Literally, when you meet her in person, and she will feel this if you feel it. It's all about how much it's about how comfortable you can get with yourself, and then using that energy to transmute and get comfortable with her, if that makes sense. If any of that makes sense, like the video, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you have questions about attraction or anything like that, submit a question down below, and I will do my best to over deliver. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.